Doom, 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 doom. Hey, 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 hey. Sorry, y'all. Let me turn this down. I was jamming. I was jamming. Y'all wouldn't believe what I was listening to. Let me say something else so I can talk about my music. Tina says, how you doing today? Welcome, welcome always. Says, how you doing? How you feeling? Thank you for the emojis. The kingdom is partly yours. The kingdom belongs to all the kings and queens. How you doing? How you doing? Mayor says, how you doing? Oh, hold on, y'all. Gotta break down. And even though I know how very far apart we are, it helps to think we might be wishing on the same bright stars. And when the night wind starts to sing a lonesome lullaby, it helps to think we're sleeping underneath the same big sky. Y'all, every time I sing this song, I can't wait to see my grandson next weekend because I'm telling you, I sing this every night to let him know. Love can see us through. I can't sing, but when we'll be together somewhere out where dreams come true. Oh, yeah. Now, let me tell you something. When I fell in love with that song, I Ain't Had No Grandkids, I was a little kid. American Tail, Fiverr. Fiverr was singing it to her sister. He was in a can, she was in a shoe. You guys remember anything? Let me get back to speaking. Susan says, how are you? How are you doing? Member says, how you doing? All this green in the building, all these members. Sherry says, how are you doing? How you doing? Don't forget, y'all. Don't forget. How you doing? Apple says, how you doing? How you doing? Happy Monday, y'all. These streets on fire. And so is my music. My music is on fire. I just got it on random and it is shuffling through my mind right now. Hold on. I've had enough of danger. I've had enough of danger, y'all. And people on the streets. We talking about these YouTube streets. Ooh, I'm sorry, y'all. Sorry. Ooh, rest in peace, George. In my head. But anyway, these streets on fire. Stream elements. Hey, you running through these streets? Are you running through the streets? Because when you're running through the streets, you see a lot of things. And never forget, everything we do is at the end. What about the Watutu? What about the children? If this is what it is for us, what's left for them? If this is what we going through and we fighting, what they gonna be fighting? If we can't make it, do they have hope? What about the children? It's always that. No matter what I'm doing, what I'm saying, the fight I'm making. That's what you got to realize. That here's the thing. I can hear a million stories about the fight on the buses and the fight for the buses and the protest for the bus. But it was that fight that meant that I never had to worry about that fight. So sometimes you might just have to be the fighter. You just might have to be the fighter. That's okay. It's okay. How y'all doing? These streets on fire. They're on fire. I'm going to turn on the tube and see what's going down, what's going on. I said, wait a minute. Real is live. Real live. Jared, how you doing? What are you talking? I thought he was just on food now. Where I told him to go over 2 years ago, but that's another story. And I'm glad he's doing good over it. Whatever. I said, he talking about Charlotte the Web done lost her channel. I said, what the hell? I was just watching Charlotte about a week ago. I saw she was doing a lot of covering of Michelle, Ski Trash, all them. And I said, oh, okay. Then I'm like, wait, did she just get into a bomb? Wait, what's going on? I didn't know what was going on with Charlotte. But they say she done lost her main channel. And just when I thought, whoa, damn, Charlotte. I ain't got nothing against Charlotte. I know about Charlotte because Charlotte and Rio was warring, and that's how I learned of all of them. Selfie Queen, JJ's, Charlotte, Sunshinery, T-Spiracy, Julie Virgo, over them, watching over them. Because I had to see this villain he was talking about, and I didn't see the villain. I didn't see the villain over there. But anyway, so I heard that. Then word on the curb is 148 done lost her channel. Blessed be the Google. Blessed be the Google. That gets an amen from Google. But I just gotta wonder if she went down for bullying, if they looked into her friends. What about your friends? Are they gonna be low down? Are they gonna touch the ground? Like, cause that's a shady crew. That's the shady version about what about your friends? Now they gonna be around. Yeah, no, they ain't gonna be around. Breezy girl, how you doing, sis? Yes, Jerry King, how you doing? In case I missed you, how you doing? But I'm like, wait. So 148 that managed to go out here. Mm-hmm. She ain't had this channel a year, has she? Or did I just start hearing about it about 4 months ago? Because I mean, has she had this channel a year? And you spewed enough hate that Google, because whether you spewed enough hate or you got reported a bunch of times, Google seemed to agree with what the report said. The report said you are a cyber bully. And they said, Church. Oh, salute to your dad. Prayers to you, Breezy girl, and to your family right now. I'm sure this is a hard time for you all. But to salute to a king for his services and for just being your dad, this man that you could grow up and love and have. So I'm so sorry for your loss. Yeah. Mm. Well, I mean, if she made another channel and she doing the same thing, and they go over there and get it, she gonna end up getting banned from the internet, from YouTube. That's what I mean. These people are so rude. Is that YouTube would say you, not the name of your channel was a bully. You were a bully. We getting rid of you. Same day you'll come up with no channel. Same day these goofies are ever on their panel, spewing more hate. I love when people be like they got nothing to lose. I hope the world give them everything they ask for. Because then when they sitting there begging for peace, and I'm not talking about begging a person, the universe can, you say you got nothing to lose, the universe could turn around and slap you down with the whatever. Who knows what the universe dishing out? It dishes out a lot. You know. But they don't be singing that same song. Or when they have to be held responsible for what they're doing, they don't be singing that same song. But like I tell y'all all the time, people like that, I don't watch them. I hear about them. I can't put that kind of hate into your heart. And they not even as tough. They not even as hateful as they saying they are. They hateful, like they evil. Don't get me wrong on that part, y'all. But like the way they acting, like how they would be ready for whatever came with what they doing. I'm talking jail time, fines, anything. None of them. Fights, front door, none of them. They'd be the first ones. Like, could you believe they was at the front door? You're like, of course I can. If that's how we fighting, why wouldn't he be at the front door? You lucky they didn't kick in the back door. Mm-hmm. But yes, we definitely salute your dad and all the soldiers. All the soldiers. That definitely is a salute. But we definitely send love to you and to your family. Because there's no other words that can be said. All I can do is send love and prayers for you at this time. Sorry, y'all. I was listening to a message through Siri. But yeah, so there's nothing to say, but we send in prayers and love. Hold on, sorry. Y'all know how Siri will be talking, and if when she send a message, if Siri sends a message, if you start talking, she think that's your reply. So I have to be careful about when she finish, how quickly I say something else. That's why I was like, let me wait, because she's gonna start saying, do you want me to send that? Do you want me to send that? She'd be like, how could I want you to send that? It has nothing to do with What the person just texting. I swear my phone on. Hold on. Hold on one second. Because I know he's literally gonna call literally as soon as I start talking. Hold on one second. Hey, where you at? All right. Well, I'm live because I just didn't want to start talking, and then that's when you call saying, "Hey, I'm at the front door." Um, um, of course, only when I'm live. Only when I'm live. Cool gamer. How you doing? How you doing? Yes, 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 yes. You know, yes. Prayers to anyone who has lost ones on this day, who have lost loved ones that they're thinking about. Because sometimes it's that this day. This day could just remind you of a day that you had them. It could have been 5 years ago. So, prayers. Prayers to all those. That's why we always sending love, sending prayers to each other. You never know. Cool gamer, cool gamer. How you doing? But yeah. Mm-hmm. Easy girl Siri on my contacts. I'm telling you, Siri. That's why I'm telling. When Siri's reading a message in my earphones, I kid you not. When she gets finished, I don't say nothing. People could be talking to me. I'm like, I don't listen. Sorry, I ain't want Siri because I've done it before. I've literally been talking. Siri's doing a message, and while she's doing the message, I'm kind of listening and talking a little bit. And then she'll say, I guess she'll say, "Did you want it?" And once I sent it, but it was real silly because I was having a conversation about the show. Like, oh, this what happened last season on blah blah. Why would I be sending that to somebody, Siri? You know you hear me, girl. But when I call Siri, she don't answer. Like when I just go, "Hey Siri," she don't just answer. But I could be talking to somebody like, "Hey Stacy," they be like, "Oh Siri, go Siri, we can help you." Your name's Stacy. Yeah. Harmony, how are you doing? Spiky, how you doing, sis? We in my favorite season. Today I was really sitting here and I was like, okay, before I do my hair, I gotta decide what color. I was like, I want to excuse me because I washed it, so it's kind of curled up. But anyway, I want to dye it. So, but here's the thing: some black has grown back. So to dye it, I'm gonna have to take the parts that's black and to grow, gone and blonde and on out. And I'm thinking of doing this. I don't know. Because I'm thinking of doing this cherry cola, but then I hate dark colors because in darker colors in my head always made me think like, why'd you dye your hair? Like, so I don't know. But i I'm talking about dyes I have. Like none of this will be no ball dyes. I literally have, the powder and the stuff for the bleach. I got dye. I actually have black dye, you know. In case I had the blonde in, and I'm like, you know what I want to do with my hair involves my black hair. But usually it don't matter what color my hair is, as long as the front ain't seen and it's dyed. Um, when I'm putting my hair is open, because you ain't gonna see my hair. Oh wow. Wow. Yeah. That's a day we can never forget. It's a day we can never forget. Like I said, I have a published poem for September 11th. Mm. Ooh, yeah, that cherry mahogany, like what was that other one they had? It was like a cherry cola. I think that was what the color was called. But I don't know. I love reds. I love blondes. I do. But right now, I'm super into mixed match colors. Like I'm super into. I mean, I still to this day think that half and half is cute. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what two colors you put together, I like. I seen that green and black. It always give me Joker vibes when I see people with that green and black. It give me Joker vibes. So the way you do your half and half is up to you. Some people gonna do it where the whole back, then the top of different colors. Some gonna split that shit down the middle, and it's gonna be bam. Now the only way I would do a mismatch is that while my hair was all blonde, I'd put the color I'm gonna put all in my whole head. I'd put it in half first, just so I could have a mismatch for a day or two, and then because I do it, I don't know. I don't think too much. I just do whatever I want to. If I'm not hurting nobody, including me, because the first person I don't want to hurt is me. Is me. That's what made me care about other people because I give such a damn about me. It gives me the time to care about and mean it too. Not just be talking some good talk because it sound good. Yes, yes. I'm always with number 27. I love 20 because it don't be though just blah. It's like a brownish. I I love reds. You get into them reds. It's something make me feel like Rihanna is sexy than the mofo. Yes, this dude couldn't stop telling me how I just had so much style. I said and this and that. I'll be wondering sometimes because y'all know I always got on some funky cool socks. Hold on, let me take my Crocs off because I ain't gonna put them on cheer. But y'all know I keep on some old funky cool socks. Look, right now I got on some whole Tommy Boy socks. You know what I mean? Like I always got so I'm like maybe it be because like I just funky style. You know what I'm saying? I am who I am and I'm cool with it. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I'm against the odds. You said that if you did this, it must mean you this. I'm not. I'm just gonna beat the odds. People said this the only way you gonna win. I think they lying. They said this the only way you can come up with this. So somebody said 2 and 2 was the only way to come up with 4, and we all know that's a lie. 4 and 0, 3 and 1. You know what I'm saying? There was other ways to get there. Tia, how you doing, sis? How you doing? Oh, we miss you too, Tina. I told everybody when I say hey, that's a hello from me and from Tina. Since she can't sit and individually type hellos to everybody. So my treat box on the side of my desk now is this. Is this. Do not judge me. Do not. Okay? We're family here. People know they walk by talking well. I didn't know if they wanted to finish putting us in their conversation as they walk past, or should we proceed with our conversation as they walk past? People just don't care, do they? Ooh. Oh, they know they can get on my nerves. They know they can get on my nerves. But yeah, like I said, these streets be on fire. Jaguar still on here lying, telling her she ain't with TJ. She is with TJ. TJ the worst person in the world, but she needed to stay. They got to protect her. Jag ain't protecting nobody. How she protecting somebody when everybody in danger? Mm-hmm. That don't sound like protection. There's some people out here that got bodies everywhere, and they people ain't in danger. So I'm trying to figure out why they so in danger with her. Like, oh God, it's people related to cartels ain't in danger. Oh my God, these people are so. These people on here so in danger on the World Wide Web. Like they not just on a channel. Like we got TV channels that's only in my city. They not just on that channel, honey. They on the World Wide Web telling us that they in danger. Look like they want to be caught. They like the cheetah want to get caught. If your man taking another woman to y'all favorite places where your family own it, your best friend is a cook there and all that, they want to get caught. These people in here telling me they're in danger, they want to be caught. And hunty, they damn sure don't want to be saved. They don't want to be saved. But like I said, I was gonna come on for a minute, keep it real sweet. I feel like these days I don't really have a schedule, but I want to make sure that I am doing things like period, like that I want to be doing. And when I say that, some things I'm not one ever to speak too soon. I'm not, because I used to think that messed up stuff. Like we spoke to earlier, that messed up stuff. So I never want to speak too soon. But I'm just trying my best, like I said, as I prepare. One, not to pick myself up to doing too much, but then at the same time, not keep myself not doing anything. So I'm trying to keep myself busy. I'm gonna be doing something, and just like yesterday, I literally put that mirror thing together like instantly. Like I saw the mirror, I thought it was funny. I thought of that. I made 3 little videos, and I like doing stuff like that. That's why I have so many videos on my phone of my life, not somebody else's. I'm not on here to tell nobody else's. I'm on here to tell you my story, my part, what I did, what I learned. But I like to do that. I like to video stuff, and then the more I'm working with editing. Like I said, I had that Adobe a whole year, paid on it a whole year, $20 over $20 a month for a whole year, and I barely used it. So I've really been trying that if I have stuff that can do editing or mess with, learn to use that. Learn to use the ones I have, and stop, to all of us, anybody, if you're paying on stuff and you're not using, get rid of it. It's a debt, whether it's yours, somebody else's paying, it's a debt. Cancel it out. Like before the new year, that's why I make sure stuff you're not using, if it's no point in having it. I'm releasing. Look, I'm releasing. What else? Let's see. So I've really been trying to work with that. And I really want to come in and start using my camera, using my green screen. And where's my mama Ann? Is Mama Ann in the building? Is Mama Ann in the building? I got a message for her. She might want to know. Mama Ann in the building. Well, Mama Ann, so even if you come back later and you're checking this out, or you come in late, I just wanted to let you know that word on the curb is that Pastor Pillar, I might be sitting down doing an interview with him real soon. I think I might be getting up with Pastor Pillar real soon and doing a little interview. Who knows? You never know how it's going to go with Pastor Pillar. He on these YouTube Skreetz crazy than a mofo. But I know how funny, how much Mama Ann loved Pastor Pillar. So I had to let her know that. So yeah, so I plan on doing some of that, just keeping myself busy. Yes, always. Oh, I know he's so excited to have you there. And all his friends can meet his great grandma that he loves so much, because his grandma's like the greatest grandma in the world. They're like, oh, it's like, no grandmother's greater than mine. Oh, he's gonna love that. Sarah Z, how you doing? How you doing, sis? But yeah, so like I said, but definitely, because even if we talking about some of this stuff, I just want to laugh more. I can't say what y'all want to do. I want to laugh. I want to laugh. I want to laugh more. I want to enjoy more. I want, do things we want to do. Let's have discussions we want to have. I love the games. I love when everybody playing the games. Terry Lynn bringing in the games. I like that because it also gives an interacting. But one thing I can admit over here is this chat always, if you can go back and look at the numbers in the chats of how many people like us talking, it's always been conversation. Even when it was 6, 7 people, it could be 5 people in here, we're going to be talking. We're going to be talking. So I love that we interact with each other in whole conversations. I hate sometimes I miss comments, you know what I mean? Charge it to my transplants. Which, speaking of, I was on the bus yesterday, and this lady, the bus driver, was saying, "Oh, something, I'm old, my knee." And I said, "Oh, baby, don't get me started." He said, "Are you too young?" Da, da, da. And I said, "No, for real, my knee. Like, no, don't get me started." was like, this little kid was doing a little dance, they kick their foot out and they throw their hand. And she said, come on, do it with me. I said, baby, I'll be in the hospital. I will shoot my knee out of place. It's not gonna happen. And so I was telling the bus driver about it. We were laughing. And then I said, and besides, sometimes I just feel old because of my corneas. And then the lady was like, do you got cataracts? This lady on the bus, like, do you got cataracts? I was like, do I got cataracts? I was like, no. She's like, well, my mama had cataracts and she had to have a surgery. And then when they gave her another surgery, she went blind. I said, who does that? People. I didn't even notice, like, who do that though? So I said, well, good thing I don't have cataracts, and I'm so sorry to hear your mama went blind from her surgery. And then she said, oh, she died. So she's not blind no more. Girl, then why are you bringing her up in this story? Girl. Then I literally looked back over at the bus driver. I was like, oh, I wish I was blind right now. Girl, oh. Humans. Sometimes maybe I'm not human. Because humans. I can't with them. Well, yes, we are. That's a definite. That was a promise. That was a definite thing. I feel like it just has me stuck. I feel like I've been in transition for so long. I do. Even when I was working, that was good because it was something that made you feel like before everything. Because like we literally went down for the pandemic. Then I had the surgery in August of 20. Then, you know what I'm saying? Everything from that just felt like it's been, for me it do. I'm like, I can't wait to get to that point to just go on and be free. No restraints. Can I put on some glasses so I can go on past this vision test, get my license back reinstated since it's expired? And I can't, my IDs are up to date and stuff, but I can't get this license reinstated until I can pass this vision. Because here's the thing, they could put me in a car and I could pass the driving with no glasses. I could take the test, ace that, with my eyes closed. But I am never going to pass the vision test. Like, once they make me look out my left eye, it's over. They're going to say, girl, you can't be on the road. And I don't want them to even put that on my stuff. I don't want them to put like, oh, hell no. Like, she couldn't see nothing. We can't put no. So I got to be able to pass the vision test. I have to. Like that, I have to. So there's no point in me even going to take it when you close my right eye, I can't see out my left eye. I can see. I just can't see clearly. It's in fuzzy black and white. That's what it's in. It's in blurry like I'm drunk. Yeah, that's how it feels to me. That's what it looks like to me. Like there's a shadow in my eye, but it's because my cornea is not sitting directly on my eye like it's supposed to. So there's a glare that when I'm looking at my eye, I can see. Yeah, I can't wait till this. I just can't. I'm going to take it one step at a time. I'm not even going to worry about waiting till it's over. I'm just going to take this one step at a time. Because the more I rush everything, the more I'm going to rush me. So I'm not. I'm just breathing. I'm just breathing. I can't wait to go to Niagara Falls. Can't wait to come to Canada. Right. This is so uncomfortable. I'm like, who jump in a conversation one ain't got nothing to do with them with some negative information. Negative people. She was waiting when she heard hi. I said, damn, who do I know had a bad situation with their eye? My mama. My mama had cataracts. Now, first of all, girl, did I say cataracts? Because you eavesdropping, I need you to eavesdrop good. I just said I have a cornea disease. That's not cataracts. There's a million different diseases and illnesses you can have with your eye. If you ain't got keratoconus, we ain't got the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's not what's going on with your corneas, We don't have the same disease, and it's a disease in my corneas, and it causes my corneas to be shaped different, and so they shape like a cone almost. So they're not protecting my eyes like they should. Well, this one's fine. This one is good. This was a transplant that took a while, but it's good. Blessed be the name. Oh, lefty. Mm-hmm. Right. You be like, then who are these people? Why are they so neggy? You so negative. And let me tell you something. If I did go blind, if I did, and I went in my left eye blind, because I can see in my right eye. So if I went blind in my left eye, right? And they say, well, she ain't gonna get no driver's license now. You know what a bitch like me would get? A chauffeur. I'd get a car and I have a person who, now don't get me wrong, I'm good enough that when I'm not driving my car, they can drive it. They can. They'll be insured under my check. But hunty, they won't get me late nowhere, or they'll be fired. Y'all didn't complain. Let me have a place to go. I had them driving me all out of state. I don't give a damn if I had my son. But I promise you, and I'm not talking about they can't pick me up. I'm talking about I'd be sitting in the back seat. They come open doors. I'd make a whole spectacle out of this. And not for a pity party. Because damn it, if this is how it's got to be, then honey, we're going to have to pimp that. I'll still be on here live. Because it's days I'm looking at y'all right now and I can't see out my left arm. Y'all don't know it. Now, sometimes people I'm close to on here may call me and say, today your eye looked real bad. And I think it's funny because I ain't see shit out of it today. It's just open. And that's why sometimes my other eye can move and that one don't, because it's not looking really good. It is what it is. I'm grateful I can still do what I gotta do. That I can. I don't have to have somebody do it for me. Like as far as I can get up and move around, I can still see. So like I said, I'm just ready to get to the surgery. That's it. That's it. Like if there's no nerve this time, I just really want to just get it over with. I say I didn't want to say it earlier. I just really do. I'm just at that point. Like let's just get past it. Because I really want to finish off my year doing something. Because my whole year feels like it's been preparing and having surgery. Because think about it. Coming in January, we're supposed to have it in. Supposed to have it in March. It's booked for 18th of April. We have it in April. I get done with it. It's like, okay, we're going to do a treatment. We're going to try to do 2 treatment sets to see if it's doing, because it's not doing too well. So once again, I'm spending all the time going through the prednisone treatments and all this prednisone, trying to see if it lasts. Then I find out, nope. It's a go. It's gone. It's gone. It's no good. So we're going to prepare the next one, and now I'm waiting for that in October. So I feel like this whole year has just been waiting and preparing for a cornea transplant. And the fact that I'm on my second one and we're going into the 10th month of the year. I'm like, damn, what a year. Brooks, how you doing? How you doing? Happy belated birthday, Queen. Happy trip around that sun. How you doing? These streets on fire. They took down one for, hey, when is yikes going? When Scamba Skiwa? Y'all know y'all call her Siwa. I call her Skiwa. A scamming, scheming skank. Skiwa. Anybody talking about Skiwa? I said, what's a Skiwa, Danny? It's a scamming, scheming skank on a broom. Damn, you don't know what a Skiwa is? Dang, you don't watch the internet. You don't watch YouTube. Because when you watch YouTube, you know who that was. Michelle LaBelle, how you doing? How you doing? Yeah, they besties. She probably hooking them up with her daughter. I said it. Nobody else did. Because there's no way. And if the internet be like, why would you say that about somebody's child? I'm not. I'm saying he said it about her child and she hanging out with him. So I'm confused if maybe that's what they were going to do. Because couldn't nobody say that about my little girl. According to DHS, you can't even say that about a little girl. The law say you can't say that about a little girl. Danny ain't just say that shit. Baby act like I make up this shit myself. Like I just made up a whole bunch of laws and I'm Wyatt Earp. Nah. Y'all just break laws all day and promote hate. Yeah, they besties, I bet. She been dying to be his bestie for a long time. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because she's an undercover wannabe. You know. She like to sit under the umbrella. She indigenous. Remember when she met the dude who was gonna tell her about the tribe? He was the original person supposed to go on that trip. I said, where did she meet this dude? What tribe is he from? He was from the tribe of what you went and said. That was the tribe. What you went and said. Y'all never heard that tribe? I hear it's out there in Texas. The what you went and says. I guess that's the tribe. I said she want to meet somebody on. She done met an indigenous and he's just teaching the lands of the indigenous. Girl, bad. What's the tribe he was with? Your people come from the what? Okay. They come from the Milky Way. You get what I'm saying? Like, and I'm talking the candy bar. What? These people are jokes. They're best friends. Ooh. I ain't missing nothing, 10. Because he wouldn't be her friend. Because remember, back in the day, her main story used to be, because this one I ain't even know, like, dang, he left you. He wanted me to call and do this, and he wanted me to say like they was best friends. Then he'd be like, I wasn't even talking to you like that. I mean, this whole dude got on his live and was like, hey, Skiwa, well, nobody argued. He was like, dang. Now, when Real said that, we still hold Norm for that. For real, about the Sunshinery, because it was wrong. He said that they best friends. What? What is in the Kool-Aid? Huh? I need to know. Should we call him Jim? What was his name? Jim Jones? Should we call him Jim Jones? Should we? Because I don't know. Y'all keep giving him these regular names. I'm not gonna call them by their native names. I'm gonna have to call them by what they become names. Mm-hmm. No, these cats, they all living they all frugaces, if you ask me. My breezy. Oh, Michelle, I'm gonna have to see you when I'm down there in Canada because I am going to Niagara with my girl Mary. That's a fact. She does. Yeah, so bad. So bad. I've never seen so many. See, usually, ladies, I'm just being honest with you. Usually when I see pick-me's, I see some chick chasing a dude who don't want them. That's usually the pick-me's I see on here. Oh my God. These are the pick-me's when you're calling out the people for dodgeball and they pick the two captains like, hey, Danny, you and man the captains. And it's like, they you be ignoring this shit. You picking everybody else. They be like, you done pick the person in the wheelchair over the person yelling, pick me. And it's dodgeball. I sure did. Give me the person in the wheelchair. I don't want to pick me. Angie, how you doing? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. And Shyla done left Skiwa, right? We talking Shyla Messiart? Is that the one we talking about? Hey, Angie Queen, how you doing? Because that's what I was trying to, when I saw it, I said, wait, are we talking Shyla's Messiart? She left? But some stuff is the inevitable. I mean, it comes a time when people finally gonna be like, wait a minute, exactly what I'm saying I hate is what these people doing. Mm. Wait, what did you have to screenshot and date? Mm. Oh, so that's what you had to. Yo, that's the Shiloh that left. Now, I know you clowning because she been on your. And that's what I'm telling people be losing the most loyal people. The people that unmudded their name, the people that went and called the police for them. Because they too pussy to even call the police and nothing. Yeah, and the people they cut off quick. You be like, dang, y'all some evil mofos. Yeah, the whole community was outraged. I was outraged when he said that he wanted a picture of him defecating in her daughter's mouth. Princess. It was disgusting. I repeat, he said he wanted to defecate. He wanted a picture for a thumbnail. Now, is YouTube approving this thumbnail of you defecating in a child's mouth? So he would have had a pornographic thumbnail of your daughter and y'all kicking it? I wonder if they're going to use the thumbnail when they do their live together of him defecating in her daughter's mouth. Wouldn't that be one hell of a laugh? That the thumbnail said me and you back together, and it's a picture of him defecating in Princess mouth. Just the thought of this is making me sick. And this ain't even my child. You know, sick. Sick. Mm-hmm. She spread the petition so much that she was over on Danny's channel promoting the petition. She brought Hear Her on her channel to get Hear Her last 20 subs before Hear Her got monetized. And Hear Her was saying the reason she stepped away from the petition was because she felt like it was, she gave her that story. It was some underground shit going on, whoopie whopping the scoop, and they had all this to do with Danny. She made up all this, whatever. Whether it's made up, she thought it was real. She came on See What's to Say It. Okay? And then when she did, after that, Siwa went on Danny's, and then Siwa was passing the petition around. You think I'm lying? It happened on Danny's. I ain't got to lie. Siwa came over there to apologize. I tell you, if she didn't get a membership that day, she definitely gave her a super chat. I said, Siwa, give us a super chat. She know Danny would have had Siwa's whole story on a one hit documentary. For real. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Oh, Princess is a money bag grab. Everything. What she need, what she don't need, where they going. It's all the money grab. It's all the money grab. And she'll do anything to get money. She'll do anything to get money. Why don't she just sell spells? Okay, is it legal to sell spells in Texas? Can she sell spells? Because she definitely done sold her soul for no more than $1,500 a month. That ain't shit. That ain't shit. I'm broken. I'm telling you, that ain't shit. Nobody called that school. First of all, let's just be honest, y'all. It's 2023. If the school got a call saying it was me, then the school somehow called me back, the real me, and told me this. And I said to the school, oh my God, it's these people on the internet who want to get at me. That school would legally have to go into lockdown because it would be in danger. Because there's some stranger who don't like you so much they know where your kid at school. But see, to get to your kid, they might get my kid. The school wouldn't be like, oh, you know what? Even though your kid don't go here no more. Where did the school let them know? Because obviously the school thought something was funny because they called her back to say, "Did you just call up here?" So they must not have thought it was you when they called because you're lying. That didn't happen, girl. Why would you even wish that on your school? Why would you even wish that on your daughter's school that people was looking for you so much they calling her school? I wouldn't even want to know that somebody knew that because my kids are children and they're surrounded by children in the school. So what do you need to know where they are? What you gonna do at the school? But I forgot. Now remember this. While C was putting school, sorry, Skiwa. While she's putting that kind of stuff out in the atmosphere, what she should think about is she's hanging with a man who said he wanted to have a thumbnail of him defecating in your daughter's mouth. Now you're hanging with him and saying people calling you looking for your daughter at schools. Oh, girl, that wouldn't sound real good to the state of to the schools. They'd be like, wait, she hanging with her. And then people play the clip of him saying it because he's gonna say Siwa. Siwa, I'm talking about your daughter. So she can't lie and say he never said it. Then there's video of her saying, "Oh my God, John, I can't believe you said you wanted pictures of you defecating in my daughter's mouth." Now they're getting threats at the school. That wouldn't sound good to nobody. That don't sound good because some might say, "Are you putting your daughter in the danger of people that would do that?" Like that don't sound good, girl. And I'm not saying it's so. I'm just saying, how does it sound? Oh yeah, that's a classic clip, Breezy girl. That's a classic clip. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, had pedophiles on panels being on file. Come on, people making predatory comments about children. And here's the thing: the one you got that you get becoming best friends with, he made sexual comments on several people's children. All the stuff he was talking about, Mims and Mims' daughters for JJ and everything else was very sexual and inappropriate. And it shouldn't have been a conversation he was passing around, period, let alone on the internet about a minor. The things he said about TL's daughters, sexual, Amber's daughters, and then two of these heifers is hanging with this dude. Ooh, tainted goods. Oh man, I feel sorry because at the end, I root for women, and these women, some of these women over here, are like, oh my God, they are the demise of the country. Like they are the reason why any man that has been affiliated with them is just as much trash. You can tell. Ugh, yuck. So I'm like, ugh. And even if it wasn't, yikes. The truth of the matter is, any man. Could you imagine if right now I brought a dude up on the panel and he was just like, man, this guy's 9-year-old daughter was getting on my nerve. I was like, I want to take a picture peeing in her mouth. Everybody on here be cussing that man out. They be reporting my channel for what they said. Because I know for a man to be squatting, see, because you got to get graphic sometimes for people to understand why it was so inappropriate what he said. He said that he wanted to have a picture defecating in her daughter's mouth. That meant that his booty had to be out because the only way the crap coming out to be in her mouth. And that meant your privacy be pretty close to this little girl. And the fact that you even said that and her mother's okay with being with you speaks more volume on her mother than you, really. That's disgusting. And then let me guess, he just said it to say it so you forgive him because you know he really didn't mean it. He said it. I don't think that's sick. Like I said, the things he said about people's little girls, man. Ugh. And the fact that these women, not just women liking him, that's on them, But the women whose daughters he said it about still messing with him. Yeah. Mm-hmm. She the main one doing the most. She the main one who got more FOIAs coming out that she called on everybody. Her crew called on people. They've been behind the scenes. They've been affiliated with checking on people's death. They've been affiliated with doing this. They've been affiliated with having files. They've been up on this. They've been running this. They've been the one who put out the whole thing, rumors on people. They've been the one docs, and they've been, you name it. But then they were out here trying to Captain Save her. Okay. See, Danny ain't out here trying to cop to save shit. I'm just saying what it is. Stacy, how you doing? Says, I'm just saying what it is. And I mean, that's just the truth. It's not because I think it's so. Here's the truth. If any man said he wanted to defecate in a little 9-year-old girl's mouth, it'd be sick. But you're mad because you was the one who said it, and I'm saying you sick for saying it. All of them. Anybody who fight like Yates or Amber, all of them. If you say the truth, they get so mad. They just want to do hateful stuff. They want to see you hurt. They want to see you crying. They want to see you, I'm ready to take. What the? You could never get that out of me. I can't let somebody break me who's broken. Okay. First of all, you're broken. So the only thing you could do is cut me because it's broken glass everywhere. But you couldn't break me because you never made me. And you couldn't break me because you can't even hold yourself together. And somebody that's too weak for themselves could never. A woman who would dare hang with a man who made a comment about her little girl who's not even a teenager like that is a sick, nothing ass mother bitch to me. And any mother who is okay with that is sick. Because if y'all watch right now, a woman sitting in a room with a man or inviting a man around her who says something about her little girl, y'all would swear that woman was selling her child. But no, this woman, she ain't gonna sell her child. I don't think she's gonna give Princess to him. But the thing is, she'll do anything for popularity. She'll do anything for clicks and views, and she'll do anything to so-called be accepted by these people she want to be accepted by. She want to be accepted by him. So let her have him, and I hope whatever come to him, come to her. That's it. It's that simple. Right. Could you imagine that? That one day Princess watching a video, she typed in Skiwa Moon one day, and then what's going to pop up is not what her mother hid, what other people said with her name in it. And there's still videos up where her boy was talking about her. And people were playing them on their video. One of the most famous ones with her boy on it is the one where her boy talked about when the same day he dropped the N-word is the same day that he talked about Jolene and her ovaries and Siwa being too freaking ugly. He didn't believe her story. She was young. And then Amber proved she was lying. When Amber was done with her, all I thought was, oh, okay, so her husband was on drugs. She was messing with this other dude who sounded like he was on drugs. And then that dude, 187, another dude, she went talked to the dad, then ran to the police like she knew everything. They didn't really need her because they had enough evidence. That's how by the time Amber made it was done. It was just like he was a dude. He was your sad dude. That's why he was running through a thing, thinking he was pregnant by him. But this is after he was arrested for the 187. It's just so confusing. It's like I don't even care, but I'm just saying. That's been it. She brought that story out. Heidi says, how you doing? She brought that story out for attention, for clout. All of them are the same. They brought some tragedy to the thing to make them feel so sorry for them. All of them came with a tragedy. If they didn't come with a tragedy, they came with some lying ass gossip. Amber came the side piece of Usman when really she was not. You get what I'm saying? She was a piece of nothing. Like it wasn't even that deep. But that's how she came in. Skiwa came in, flooding us with her story. You know what I'm saying? They all came in with some old, all of them, with some old. He came up in here trying to make himself like he was on Instagram. He realized that there was a sector and a place and a place that when he came on here that would come over because they hated him. They hated him from Instagram on over to YouTube. So then all these sectors would merge together. Heidi, did you hear they was taking channels today? They say one for hate got another channel. I mean, hate always grows back fast. But the same thing, they got it down and get it taken down again. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because like I said, all this stuff you don't put out here is out here. I mean, different stories. People done made videos. They got different stories of what you saying about the same person, but it's a different story. This is out here for them to hear. I mean, didn't like a month ago, her son, 2 months ago, her son responded to somebody on social media saying that the way she was telling the story about his dad was inaccurate. Because you're leaving it open because you're talking about these people. I ain't came on here telling nobody's story because it's not mine as hell. And the only one person's story who I could tell that's not mine to tell, but I have a right to tell, is the story of my father because I am his living heir, a product of him. So I won't make up nothing on him, but I can tell what his story combined to mine made me. So that's it. But other than that, I ain't here to tell nobody else's story. They can tell their own story. And that's what's wrong with these people. They're such nobodies. They got to tell other people's story to be somebody. Or tell us about the other people that was goofy in them out when they, you know what I mean? Somebody was smacking you around, you bragging about them on the internet to me. I don't want to hear that. Somebody was taking 40% of the money you made laying on your back. You think I want to hear that? I don't want to hear that. Oh my God. I kid you not. I feel like ever since I went and looked at Timu every day, they like, oh, just come and get it. Come and get it. You should come and see it. Come back. We got a discount for you. Oh, yeah. Charlotte of the Web got taken down and one for hate. Yeah, they took Charlotte's channel down today. And I said before, how I got to seeing Charlotte of the Web is because of that real stuff. Right, that's why I was saying. Did your child have to come out and be like, hey, because when you think about it, the way she be speaking about it, it almost sounds like the father was touching the son. Because she'll be like, he was so scarred, you just don't know how scarred he was, and it was so scarred so deep that he'll never be the same. And wait a minute, time out, y'all. Wasn't Yikes the one talking about when Maria all them was cool? Wasn't Yikes the one coming out saying that Siwa disowned her son because he was gay? Ain't Yikes part of the crew? Because it don't matter who else is, because they not trying to be your best friend. You're not trying to be best friends with them. We talking about Yikes. What Yikes part of the crew that called the family the night after the funeral? One Yikes the one who said she put that son right out to the streets because he was gay. And that the young man he was living with was his whole boyfriend. Ain't that the rumor Yikes put out on the street? Oh, thank you. Thank y'all. Because I thought it was. I thought it was her best friend. I thought her buddy did that. I thought her buddy had told us all about that. Mm-hmm. Well, I wasn't crazy. Man, they took it down. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Said she was bullying. Yeah, that's why I said I can't believe it's in the key to the kids live. Share my system. But yeah, Yeah, so it's just been a day. I'm like, ooh, we they on fire. But at least, like I said, with Charlotte, I don't know what Charlotte actually was took down with. It's yikes around here. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, like I said, didn't he do all this stuff though too? What? Like, how could you be walking around with him talking about you going to get people who did what? Did they do worse or better than what he did? You know what I'm saying? Like, is that why you getting them because they did worse than he did, or you getting them because they did? I need to know. Somebody tell me, because literally this man has come at your. Wait a minute, hold on. And weren't they all still in the crew? Yikes being part of that crew. Forget everybody else because they not trying to be your friend. What Yikes part of the crew also that would do the interview with your ex-husband? Like, I mean, with friends like this, who needs murderers? You know what I'm saying? Like with friends like this, who needs a dunce cap? Like what? This a group of friends people scared of? Hmm. This sound like the group of kids in Goonies. It's like they going to find a friend who says, "Hey, you guys!" Like, what is going on? What? What in the YouTube is going on? And so they know I'm not coming. This is just my opinion on the acts. And if they think it's coming, who cares? But anyway, like I said, this is just my opinion. Like, how do you hang out and tell me y'all tough when you not even tough enough to go find another dude on the internet other than the one who called your son? And then when he was calling your son gay, he wasn't saying gay like in a nice way. He was calling your son straight F bomb, you know, saying he was this, saying he was doing that. Then on the other side, Joe silly ass, like, and then his father did this to him. You just don't know. It scarred him for life. I said, wait a minute, what is going on? Then the same man interviewed your son's best friend the day after his funeral, just to see if you bought some flowers because they didn't believe you. And they told him how you were scamming them, and that hurt your son's feelings, and you know it's Skiwa, Skake, Scammer. But Skiwa, you know it. You know it. Your son was hurt by that. That could have ruined your relationship as a mother with your son. And you hanging with the dude who did it, who wanted it so bad. Nobody wanted it in that crew as bad as he wanted it for you. I just want these women to stand up. I don't care if y'all forever want to take people down. Stop getting up with mofos who screwed you worse than the people you trying to take down. You look stupid. Nobody's scared of that. How I looked at the toughest people I'm gonna go get is the people that all tried to take their life so called on the internet over the pressure. These are the people I'm getting to go fight for me. Well, I'm trying to send them back over the line again. What is this crew of distinguished, ungentle people? Because like, what is this a crew of? Like, I can't, y'all. I can't. For the love of Jesus, I can't. I can't. I never seen crews like this. Right, but she's definitely she said the son hated the father, blah blah bluesy, scooby doo, and jubilee doo. John and them saying the son lived with the father because you put him out because he was gay. That's what John and them was saying. Danny wasn't saying it. Danny don't agree with it. And look, these are the type of people where she'll be mad I'm repeating things that really happened. All these people get mad at me, Heidi, and all I do is repeat what happened. Right. That's what I was saying earlier. I knew Charlotte had got into a bomb recently, but I didn't know what it was about. Yeah, but they got her. They got her, Charlotte today. They took down her channel today. Mm. Mm. I know Charlotte was covering Michelle and Skeet Trash. I know she was covering them people. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, at one minute her son lived there. Then when everybody had them pictures of her son with a gun, her son smoking weed, and all that came out. When that came out, then suddenly her son was working at the fields. He was at the oil fields. Then next thing you know, he went from that to he was uh living with them because it was closer or whatever. And I'm thinking, I never once heard her son in the background when she be talking, even when she be saying all that. I gotta bathe the kids. You know, my son takes my daughter to the park and they go play and he pushes her on the swings for 20 minutes, all that stuff. When she was saying all that, I was thinking, you've got the most quiet son. Because I've heard your daughter before. I heard your daughter when she came in there screaming when she got bit by the wasp in the face. And that was like over a year ago. That was during pandemic. Her daughter was outside and she was live. And her daughter came in screaming. And she had to come back to let everybody know because she had to end the live. And people wanted to know, including myself, was she okay? Because by the screams, we knew she was hurt. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you, Michelle. When I first started watching Charlotte the Web, Real and Charlotte got Real, Lefty, whatever they call them, Real, whatever. They got into it. When they got into it, I'm the type when people keep talking about somebody I don't know, I'm not just gonna take your word for it. I'm gonna go check it out for myself. I know it's three sides to every story, so I like to at least get two. And I usually call the third side my perception of what I watched. But anyway, so I was watching Charlotte. When I was going over there with Charlotte, like I said, JJ was over there, Sunshinery was over there. JJ, Sunshinery, Selfie Queen was over there. T Spiracy was over there. Cop Wife was over there. But these were the people I would see over there. And even I think Words Have Power will come over there. But anyway, when they would get into it, some of these people I just named did not have a channel at this time. They were just over there. And so, they was fighting with it, and a lot of them started a channel. But they were originally just the anti-Katie Joy sector, because what a lot of people don't know is Real wanted to be a part of the anti-Katie Joy sector. That's what he wanted to be a part of. But he also wanted to get to talk to Katie Joy, but then, because that, we already know how that whole thing went on AT2s, and he went over there to Katie Joy's. But yeah, that's what they were, the anti-Katie Joy sector. And to me, they still are. I mean, she still be talking about Katie Joy, but she not as on Katie Joy as much. Because like I said, the last couple times I done went over and watched, she was over there talking about Michelle. She was playing videos of Michelle and Ski Trash together. That's what I was watching her. That's what I seen the last couple times I went. Right, the family didn't even know his mother. So he had never mentioned his mother, but remember, she said she had talked to the boy several times on the phone. She had met the boy before. The boy don't know you. The boy didn't know you. Mm-hmm. And like I said, I know young kids, and I know how they blame you. I have children. Your kids will blame you. So if your kids, and here's the truth, you are to blame. That family never would have been towards you. You never had to bring that story to the internet. It was never your place to bring that story to the internet. And I literally was watching her the day she released it. And on the day she released that story, she said things like her son was sitting so close to him that brain matter got on him. That was wrong of you to release that young man's story. It was wrong of you to then make it like the family was so poor that the only thing they really needed was some flowers because it's sudden funeral. And then to keep showing people what you want to get, but what you only have enough for. Like you were going to force them to make you look good in a situation. But because of your greed and selfishness, a family once again will have the daughter online not 24 hours after they buried their brother slash son slash uncle slash cousin slash whatever he was. and they had to bury him. And your son had to live in the house with a family that he loved, that loved on him, and where he lost a friend, and know that now the family's even more hurt because now their stories on the internet because some heifer they don't even know put their business to the internet, and now she best friends with the person who called them up and told them that she wasn't shit and that she was using them for money. Did she give them the money that people sent? And one of Skeet's biggest arguments of John Yates and them, all who was involved with B, is that they want to keep saying they gave them money, that they raised them money, but they tortured that family. Now you hanging out with the torturer? Come on. And he was the ringleader of the whole thing. Come on. Okay. And then, like I said, he said your whole son got put out because you were anti-gay and you were against him because he was gay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Like I said, he said that the boy that killed himself was your son's whole lover. Mm-hmm. But you hang with him. You say how much your son loves his sister. Have you ever told your son, who you talk to every day? Do you ever tell your son, since your son knows more about these people than my kids would know because I wouldn't have my kids involved. But do you ever tell your son, hey son, do you know the dude who said he defecated in your sister's mouth? Me and him, we sometimes do podcasts together. Sometimes we do lives together just to laugh at these dumb hoes. Because if you do, your son should look right over and say, you must be one of the dumb hoes you laughing at. And then your son should tell his father that he needs to get his sister up out of there. Because like I said, the times we done heard your daughter come onto the camera and talk, it ain't sound like great parenting was going on. And the fact that the mother is spending that much time with somebody who's spewing hate and has put threats and things on her own children is just, ugh. Then people say, what, do you think she perfect? No, I'm just saying I wouldn't do this stuff. And if y'all think these people are perfect or okay, then something wrong with you too. Something wrong with you too if you would hang out with a man that would say that about your daughter. Something wrong with you too if they would do that to your son and you'd be okay with that person. Something wrong with you. I could see if we was younger. I could see if y'all was all drugged out and you didn't know better what was going on. But if you in your conscious mind, you a whole witch and can predict things and do this and do that, why ain't you protecting your daughter and your son? Where is the spell? Where is the spell to not get your kids treated like busters on the internet? Like, where is that spell? So I'm defending your kids in reality. In reality, these people are disrespecting your kids and I'm defending them because I'm stating that those were wrong things and there should be nothing they could offer you on the internet to be your friend. But I forgot she wanted to be his best friend because she got no morals, no integrity. But you bringing that kind of stuff into your universe is not positive. That's what I said. I don't get it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He said he would put her daughter, because she was one of the girls that he was going to put on a porn site. Probably an adult porn site, too. He probably one of them, some thick ones and modern for pedophile. Because your daughter's a little girl, and anybody who wants to look at her would be a pedophile. And you're hanging with that man. Maybe you forgot he said it. We just remember, y'all. Why did she forget and we didn't forget? Right. I'm like, what? That's not me judging you. I used to watch the lives where you were crying about that disrespect. I remember coming into your live when Sherelle and all them came over to the live when you, Sherelle, and Amber went after John Yates because John Yates did what he did to that family. And I remember coming in there and Siwa was bawling. Siwa was crying so bad that I felt so sorry for her. And the whole community came over to that chat to love on Siwa because that shit was wrong. But girl, if you'd hang out with him after it, then you must not have thought it was too wrong. It was actually just as right. You probably wanted him to do all the stuff he said. Well, he did. He did get up with your son's friend's family. He did say he defecated in your daughter's mouth. He did say he put on a porn site. He did say that you was never art. He did, girl. That's your best friend. So I see what I don't want to hear you sitting out here talking about what none of these bitches said. I don't want to hear what Terry Lynn said about you. I don't give a damn what Heidi said about you. I don't give a damn what Brooke said about you. I don't give a damn what Maria said about you. I don't give a damn what nobody in this whole damn universe of YouTube has said about Skiwa, excuse me, about Skiwa. Because Skiwa is hanging and getting protection from the man who said the worst. Because he has sexually degraded her children. And those words have come out of her mouth when he did it. So if she'll hang with him, she can't say nothing about none of these heifers. Shut up. I don't want to hear it. None of them heifers bad. None of them bad. I don't care what they say. Any of them said they scrapping your daughter's mouth? Did any of them do the interview with the family? Huh? Because we heard Yikes up there running his big fat mouth. Any of them gonna put your daughter on the porn site? Oh, okay. So what did they say again? What is it you so mad about them? What is it they said about you? Because I'm sure after hearing that you hang with a man who do that, whatever they said about you is true, girl. Whatever. Did they say you a shitty mother? Oh yeah, if you hang with him, that's the truth. Did they say that broom is broke? Oh girl, broke, bent. Girl, broke, bent, busted. Girl, bad. Girl, don't get me started. Don't get me started on this half. Don't get me started. I can't believe that. I can't see. Like I said, I don't care if they argue with each other. None of that. That's some sick shit. That's some sick shit. Maybe that's who called your daughter skull. Maybe he trying to find her so he could do that photo op with her for that thumbnail. Maybe that's who called your daughter school. Did you tell your daughter school? Oh my God! And one of the YouTubers that used to say he would put on a peace site, I hang with. I hope he didn't call. Girl, they'd have DHS at your house taking your daughter from you. They would. They would. And I remember when she told that story about her son, I said, well, now here's the terrible part that she's not thinking about. The way she told that story, it either made it that the young man committed S, or that the young man and your son and the other young man that were there were playing Russian roulette. And to me, you put out too much of their business. Because that's not Danny. And that's what's funny. These people will bring out a story and they be like, don't talk about what I said. Then why'd you say it? Did it have an expiration date on it? How come we can't talk about it no more? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. You done had 2 visits from CPS in the last 2 months, and I bet she blamed it on the internet. She not blaming on the fact that her child probably don't get sleep because she's screaming on the internet all night. She not blaming on the fact that your child came on the internet because we heard her talk about the potato her teacher sent her home to eat it. How do you know what your daughter is going to say? Because remember, I know your daughter can hear you. And like I said, your daughter's heard you talking about what people said about her on the internet. How do you know as a child she's not scared because she believes that stuff can really happen to her? Your job is to protect her, and I can't believe you're a protector of your daughter when you're hanging with a man who said she would put him on a peace site, hanging with a man who said that they wanted to defecate in her mouth. Like I said, I don't want to hear no heifer she mad at. I don't want to hear about none of it. Any of y'all arguing with a heifer ain't even arguing for her daughter. Y'all giving her more. Y'all giving her what she want. Don't let that heifer pull your strings. I wish I would argue with a bitch ain't arguing for her son, for her daughter, or her son. Please pretend like you love them. Pretend. Fake like you like them. Do that. Because from what you showing us, you don't give a damn about them. What you give a damn about is what that check gonna be on the 21st. Even when you just got into it with old Buzz. You got into it with Buzz, your ex-best friend, and you was telling us, now it was like a week before we got our check. She was trying to tell everybody she wasn't getting a check, right? Then at the same time, she was saying, I ain't got her school supplies. What you gonna get her school supplies when school starts? Then school had started and was going on, and you still hadn't even took her to school. What are you booked and busy doing? But that's on you. Like I said, one thing I learned about parenting, we all gonna make mistakes. It was all a learning process. I don't know. I don't know. Hmm. She has been hours on the internet telling nothing but traumatic story after traumatic story. So if her daughter could hear her, what she's hearing is, oh, I was art. Oh, I had 12 miscarriages. Oh, I was this. Oh, I was beat. Oh, I was held hostage. Oh, he chased me through a psych ward. Oh, I tried to take my life several times. Oh, I never had this. Oh, this dude, he was so sad that I left him. He tried to take his life. This dude, my best friend, went to avenge me because nobody cared I was art. The police still ain't did nothing about me being art. And your child just hears this and hears every day. Oh, then she hears, oh, these people were on the internet. They were talking about me. They were dissing me. They were talking about my art. They were saying I wasn't art. They reaching out. They're endangering me. I'm in protective custody. This is what your child listening to every day. Because unless your child is deaf, she can hear you. You know what I mean? And that's why I be like, did she forget her kid could hear it? Or let me guess, she puts a spell on her so she don't hear what she say bad. She can only hear the good stuff her mommy say. Oh, I forgot. Y'all heard of that spell, right? That's called the "Don't You Believe It" spell. I'm about to walk to the store before it closes. Oh, remind me to change this light bulb because the light bulbs they use one thing, the light bulbs I use last long. Better light bulbs. I like to use my bulb. Excuse me, y'all. It's dark out. Let's see, no hiding around here. You know, ducking behind me is my address. Y'all still shot shit. I don't get no. But yeah, like I said, so can't nobody who do stuff like that. Only people what they make me think when they like that is, don't worry about them because they don't even worry about theirs. Just like if I meet a man and he did, I don't care what his mama was. If his mama wasn't shit and she was a drug addict, then she didn't do nothing for him, and you a grown ass man, then you shouldn't be around her. You should be doing better. But if he come around me, he shitting on his mama. Only reason he ain't around his kids is because his baby mama ain't this. I don't respect that man. Because when it comes to your responsibility, it's everybody's reasons why you ain't doing what you got to do. It's everybody's reason why you messed up. No. As far as I'm concerned, like I said, I hold you for what you did. So I don't trust a woman who on the internet would let somebody do that to a child and then try to tell me they fixing somebody or they straightening somebody up or out. I ain't trying to hear that. Oh, they were trying to catch that bus. Oh, you missed it. But yeah, so I swear he was running like he gonna catch the bus. The bus like 2 blocks away now. I mean, he just a running. Maybe he gonna catch the next bus. I don't. I mean, no. Now, when I walk in the store, I might have to turn the camera off. There's always a bunch of people in here. You never know. One thing about film, I don't care what you film, it's unprofessional or not. You can't just film people without permission. Hey, buddy. Sorry, y'all. That's me jamming. But yeah, no. Stacy B, how you doing? A purple light? I still want a red light special. I be aging myself. You say stuff like that. Like, yeah, I want a red light. It reminded me of my mom used to talk about disco life. Like disco life. I ain't never been to the disco. Oh, way. But yeah. Yes, with her constant retelling in the same tragic stories. The same, oh my God. I mean, trigger, forget putting up trigger warning. You might as well just come up in the room and just start bucking. Because I mean, this is more than a trigger warning. They would, I mean, it was days I kid you not, would be watching and then it would just be like, nah, I'm going to just leave. 'Cause this is opening more than a can of worms. Hold on, y'all. Mm-hmm. Oh, Kmart blue light special now, honey. That was a good sale now. I remember that. Thank you, baby. But yeah, thank you. See you tomorrow. Um, but yeah, no, she was constantly triggering me. I saw my baby. Sorry, my buddy worked on the street. So I was seeing if she was outside. I can't even walk to the corner. I'm not going across the street to see if she outside. But anyway, yeah, see, I don't mind. You can see the signs of the street. I don't mind showing you where I will walk up here and hang out with the people. No, we're not putting them on camera. We're not doing all that. Danny just walked to the store. It ain't all that. We ain't putting on no show. Save all that hype for somebody else. I just had to get cigars for they clothes. So that's what I was on. And damn shame in my game. I can tell people I'm just professional enough that I can come on here and not need to get scooted to get on here. I'm never gonna be drinking liquor out of a red cup. If I'm drinking liquor, I'm gonna tell you. I'd be at a restaurant and say, "Oh, look, y'all, I got this drink." Like when I came on for my birthday when I was in Georgia, and we came back from going to what you call it when they cook the food in front of you, whatever. But when I came back from that, I told they had bought me a fifth of Patron to celebrate my birthday, not to drink it one night. So I took a couple of shots on my channel. I'm grown. And I know how to drink responsibly, act responsibly. But I know that I don't want, that's why I try my best not to come on here and I curse. Feel feel. I curse a lot. I do. But other than that, I mean, that's just somebody I am. But like I said, I do know how to not curse because I've worked in summer camps, after school programs, daycares. I've worked with kids. I told you I started a whole youth group when I was at a shelter that we helped build on the south side of Chicago. Where literally, when I say help build it, it was a building already. That was a building, but I mean, we put up drywall, floors. Got pillows donated from the Palmer House, got Jules help donate stuff. Please, like we put it together. So I know how to come and close my mouth. Okay, you can't be cussing up a storm. You're not gonna get nothing done. I do know how to do that. But when I'm amongst my people and we chilling, I cuss. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I cuss, man. But yeah, like I said, I'm walking back. Like I said, I'm gonna walk past people. I don't know. They could be wanted. They could be anything. I don't know. I don't know. But you can't film people anyway, no matter what. You can't film people without their permission. So you can't have Molly or things. So even though you see people do that, and you see people, just filming people as they walk down the street. I watch creators do it all the time. They'll be walking, and then they literally just filming everybody. Then they'll show you them. You really can't do that. And if they knew you and they could see your video, they could actually ask for it to come down because you filmed it without permission. So just a FYI, if anybody want to go out film this stuff and make it grow and blow up. Because if you're doing that, then trust me, you gotta have permission for all them people. Just like you gotta have permission to tell people stories. Y'all heard Nina Nozo? Nina. There you go. There you go. Oh, but yeah. I feel like the last 2 days, the day has went by way faster than I wanted it to, and I've started later in the day. So I'm like, dang, I've wanted to come on and do have I ever, but I don't want to make my have I ever's in my conversations. Even if we talk about nothing, I don't want to make them one thing. I want to separate the two. Especially since right now we're in putting our own 100 UT questions about have I ever together. I definitely want to keep those separated. It does. Mm-hmm. She does. They do, and it's trauma bonding, and it's trauma building to get money. It's just it's sad. It's terrible. It's like people who stand outside with kids on the streets and know that because you got them kids, it's gonna make me want to give. Even though I think everything about you say you about to go take it over there to Pookie's and get you a rock or a blow or something. And it's just sad. It's just it's so annoying to me. Because one thing, I don't know what the statistics are, but I know when I was young, it was like 1 in 4. 1 in 4 females. It was like the numbers were real close. So if you was in a room with 12, that meant 3 women had probably been essayed in some form of a fashion. And so to me, the when you bring that up, the likeliness is something many could relate. But what people don't think about, there's a lot of women who don't speak on their essay. They don't. They're not there yet. They're not able to talk about it, to address it. And they just had people just every day bringing it up, and they changing the story once a week, and they da 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 da. Oh, it was so annoying. Then you had people like even when she was warm with Yates, you going or even when she was warm with Real or bringing Real up, knowing that he was warm with all of her so-called friends at the time. But even when she was doing that, then there were people that were coming up. So now you got Real, you got John Yates. These are people saying terrible things about two essay survivors, not realizing that though you're saying it to this one, it impacts lots of essay survivors. Because one thing any woman knows about our or essay and stuff, and you, especially if you ever had to deal with the judicial system, our judicial system is so flawed that most women do not tell what happened because they are re-victimized. People make it like it's their fault. People make them feel bad. People make them feel like they did something wrong. So already that's it. But now we just got dudes and women, not just dudes and women jumping around. We talk about this, we all can understand about SA. And then we turn around and doing the same things that you're saying. Oh, I didn't like that Rio said that to you. Or I don't like that John said that. And we're doing it to each other. Victims, re-victimizing each other. Make that make sense. Ambulance, hey sis. Oh yes, yes. That breaks my heart. That breaks my heart. Also, when you see these people sit on a live and they have a dog or something or an animal, and it seems like their animal annoys them. And I bet you're annoying that animal. Yeah, yeah. That the animal abuse is a little too much for me too. Because even when I think about the animal abuse, I think about you sitting up in a doggone um, small place just blowing smoke in their face all day. Is there a window at least open? And you hearing this from a smoker. Oh God, we didn't say it in the mirror. You didn't say it next to the YouTube mirror, did you? Stay away from that mirror. That you just believing the shit come out your mouth. There's anything you say. You're like, the sky is orange. I remember when I was in kindergarten. I was in preschool. I don't even think I was in kindergarten. I was in preschool and we did a play. And I was in the head of the play. But anyway, it was I remember the line was like, the sky is falling. What's the name of that play? And I think not Tinky Winky, because that's one of the doggone. But anyway, I was in that play, and I couldn't tell you the rest of the play. I just remember that was my big line: "The sky is falling," right? And That's how I feel about these people. They just come running through. The sky is falling. The sky is falling. And we all supposed to believe it. We all supposed to run in and hide. Jenny Penny, thank you. Yeah, these streets are on fire. Exactly, because the state will pick up. And that was the funny thing about hers. Some things the states would have just picked up because it just would have helped solidify deals. Like, oh, on top of this 187, he done argued this woman. Oh, we finna throw the key away from him. You know, we gonna make an example. We do it big in Texas. That's how they would have been. And I ain't even from there. I'm just saying, come on. Mm-hmm. Right, they'll feel resentment toward her. Mm-hmm. Or if your daughter has laid in her room and you thought she was asleep, because unless she lay right next to you, and even if she do, if you're talking, how do you know? Are you staring at her to make sure her eyes are really closed and she's not awake listening to you? But if your daughter's ever just heard you while you were live, you're talking about her dad, you talk about yourself. And I mean, even when you talk about yourself, my goodness, jump to the jeepers. And then I'm always trying to figure out when I do the math with Skiwa. Skiwa be like, she was with kids' father since she was 16, right? Or 18 or whatever. And then she'll say, so in between that, we done had Donnie, the other dude, this dude. You get what I'm saying? You be like, wait, where did they all come in betwixt and tween? Because not even, wait, what was it, 2019? You were going on a family trip trying to see if you could make it work. And that's out your own mouth that you was trying to give it one more chance in 2019. And then, like you said, you had 12. I mean, that's another thing. It's a lot of women who either can't have children, have had trouble having children, have lost children. Here she come every day wanting to tell us about 12 miscarriages. This, going through this. She got a whole dude who just murked her so-called best friend in the hospital, so happy because she knocked up by him because now, girl, I can't. I can't. I can't. It was just too much. And you said it, yeah. Henny Penny. Okay. hmm And that's why I said that's exactly right, Angie. It triggers real victim. And then when you say that, they say, what you saying, I'm not a real victim. Look at them. They're trying to victimize me by saying I'm not a real victim. I'm saying that here are victims telling you they would never do anything like this. And you got more than one victim saying this to you. As a victim, as an advocate, as a speaker for it, there's no way I am going to do that to you. Now, if you out hooking, booking, and bragging about it, Booney, how am I hurting you by talking about you a hooker, skank? I'm not. But if I'm sitting up talking about you deserve this, or I'm hanging with men that saying you deserve it, or men who are talking pornographically about children, because some people's essay happened to them when they were a child. So just hearing men get away with talking like that about children to me bothers my skin. And to me, you don't even have to be a victim of SA as a child. Just men talk. Let me tell you something. How many women in here, be honest, do not like to see men take women, little girls into men's bathroom? When I tell you, whenever I anywhere, if I see a man take a little girl in the bathroom, I wait outside, like stay outside, like that's my little girl, because I want to see how long they're in that bathroom. I don't care if it's her father. Does her father understand that she might walk in there and see grown men's Johnsons on accident? I do not like that. Like, even when people say, well, they take little boys into women's bathroom, the women's bathroom have closed doors on it. So the woman would have to be opening the door to pull up her pants, and my son sees something. He'd have to be peeking up under the stalls. Just some things bother me. So when a man is saying something, or if a man is telling a grown woman like, "Ooh, what make you cute is you look like a little girl," I think that is so dirty. Like, that's nasty to me. It's certain things I'm like, you wouldn't do it as a survivor. You wouldn't do it because you are a victor. Because lots of women after they essay, they go into a life of giving their body away so nobody ever takes it again. They go into a life of depression. Some take their life. Some get on narcotics and are addicted forever. Some drink for the rest of their life. They're trying to drink away that pain. Some shut their whole self down and never get love because they too scared because they were violated. So to me, to play with that in any form, knowing that those are the things that happen to most women who were, and since we live in a country where women have been sexualized since the beginning of time, since Adam and Eve, because Adam and Eve did just get naked, they slept together. So therefore, since the beginning of time, somehow we have always been sexualized. So to come on here as women and batter each other with that stuff, it's like, come on, heifer. I wish I would, but if you that heifer want to battle like that, I'm gonna battle you with your own demons. I sure am. I'm gonna make you fight, eat, live, and see your eat demons. And I'm gonna let you know your slip showing. So we all been seeing it. Mm-mm. And like I said, some people don't even let people change girls' diapers. I feel like if it ain't your father, it shouldn't be no man changing that girl's diaper. That's my opinion about that. But like I said, when it comes to certain things, I already feel. So I definitely feel real, some kind of way for real. What did I do with my charger? I really feel some kind of way for real when some woman can be around a man, and this a woman who tell me she's such a victim of SA. She been this traumatized. She's been on medication. She's sitting up in the house. Any woman telling me they doing all that because they trauma and they causing trauma, I know they lying. I'm sorry. I know they lying. Because I ain't even that bad in my trauma, but let me tell you something. When men say stuff to me like, oh, baby girl, the things I want to do to you. I had a man say to me one day, I want you to sit on my face a bit. I didn't even know him. We on a bus stop. Stuff like that bothers me because I am bigger than and more than my body. And if we get to a place in there, we can enjoy each other's body together, but what you won't do is degrade my body. You won't treat it like it's some cheap piece of meat that is just out being passed around like government cheese because it's not. I won't degrade my temple. So, like I said, so when I hear people doing that, I'm like, ugh, it just rubs something in me like, girl. Mm-mm. Yeah, because I know people who want to say father. Yeah. They say you're a man, well, go ahead, I'll change her. Because I'm a wipe her right. I just don't want, I don't want your finger to accidentally break. It's many people who say that. Yeah, you're not alone on that. I've heard that before. hmm And then some people never said it, but you just came from a place where, especially when it was a little girl, only person changed no one's a woman. When it came to the diapers, I come from the old school, so my granddad be like, the women are changing diapers. So I know some men who don't change diapers because it was never the seed they were put in because they came from a different, like, old school. You know what I mean? Does that say just doom? Doomy doom doom. How you doing? I haven't seen that name in here in a million billion years. I haven't seen, some will say I was doing this, I was doing that. I say, oh my God, I can't with these people. I don't care what people say. I'm good, can't complain. It was a man, period. And that's why I said most people, when you come to that type of stuff, they're not. Let me tell you something. I'm the type that if you touch me off guard, I'm a jump. So, like I said, I just wouldn't play with nothing like that. But these people play with it, so I'm gonna say something about it, and I'm gonna throw it in their face while I'm saying something because they playing with it. They playing with it. You playing with yours, but you telling me you the president of SA. You telling me you the advocate for all women. You the voice. You the voice, the woman's choice. No, I ain't going. I'm not going. And then, like I said, I don't want to hear that shit, boy. Thanks for coming and saying his ass. I know I'm supposed to call you back over a month ago. But like I said, I know a lot of people who have a lot of those rules when it comes to like the guys, with the little girls. I do not like little girls when they little girls sitting on men's laps. Like I just don't bouncing them all over. I don't. But I know that it's not a bad thing because like my granddaddy used to bounce me on my lap when I was a little kid. Play the pretend horse. You know what I'm saying? Shit like, but I couldn't go sit on other men's lap. I don't care if Uncle Pookie and all them came over, his brother, you wasn't sitting on them men's lap like that. You definitely wasn't doing that. And what people don't understand is that in most of those cases back in the day, especially when we talk way back in the day, it was at home. Like it just, and like I said, but these people were opening Pandora's box of trauma. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Always. And then also, like, for instance, you know how some people like when they get to like amusement parks or places for kids, and they completely let the kids up their sight because they say, "Oh, I'm in a place for kids." I always think be careful because that's the place where those type of people go because they expect you to be like, "Oh, the kids are." You know how many kids have been abducted from parks, from places where kids go? So you have to be so safe. And I know people probably saying, "How do we get to this conversation?" Because I just feel like there's never a wrong time for a teachable moment to each other. Not teaching like you better than me or I'm better than you. Teaching like, hey, we were talking about that, and I was just thinking a lot of people do that. Like they're going to a place and it's for children, and they'll just tell the kids, "Well, go ahead and play," because I know. And then this is what parents will say. Well, the good thing is they can't leave out of here. They can't leave without our code numbers. But they could be over somewhere in an area where you don't see them, but there's somebody who noticed that nobody's watching them because they're paying attention. That's what I mean. Hmm. Statistics, right? See, we're speaking statistics. It's not pointing a finger at a particular person. Yes, yes. Thank you, thanks, sis. That's the truth. That's the truth. You gotta let people know. It's just what statistics say. Yes, that's where they're gonna be. Just like, do you all remember? So I see that something's coming out with the Boy Scouts again. It's been things in the Boy Scouts. That's why, not to get into something serious, but it's the truth. That's why for so long, remember, they didn't even want to allow that they were going to take people from the community to be Boy Scout leaders because they were so afraid because once again, that's people putting that if you are in the community, you must also be like in children. They're two different things. Those are two different things. Now, the two things could be the same at once because you could be somebody who is part of a community, but also are a predator. So, yeah, two things can be the same, but because you're in a community does not mean that you are a predator. Hmm. So you have to be safe. Amusement parks. Just 2 years ago, Disney Florida, even though nobody talks about this, even though it made the news. And so Danny's not making it up. But Disney Florida just had that big sting where the employees were taking children who got lost. And some of those children, lots of those children that were taken were abused. Abused, and they were actually running a P ring through Disney. Not now, Disney is not taking affiliate because it was employees of Disney. But a fun fact that they're not going to put out there just on the open, but they're going to let it be known because they can't hide it. Just like Grand Canyon can't not tell you about all the people that passed up in there that fell. The parks have many stories every day where something happens just about in those parks, in amusement parks. But they're never going to, while it's happening, while you're at the park, announce that over the loudspeaker, ever, because it will cause a panic. But children come up missing, and they're not recovered like that in there. Children have been assaulted. People have been assaulted at amusement parks. It's just a fact. Little boys, little girls. These are just things that have happened. That's why keep your children with you. Children are to be protected because they're children. They're not covered by the law, the Constitution. Well, there's laws that cover children, but once again, it's like it's a whole different world because they're children. But like I said, we're just to protect them best we can. And if something ever happened to a child, that you were protecting the best you can, you did the best you can, but this world can slip past and it can get to any of us. But I encourage people, if you're going to have your kids at amusement park separated, make sure that they're always with bigger teenagers, like 15, 16, not no 13-year-old. Because a 13-year-old will think, all right, you go here, I'm going to go over there and I'll be back. A 16-year-old understands I could turn away from, even though they're still young, but they're a little bit older. They actually watch the news and paying attention. 13-year-olds ain't paying attention to the news and what's going on in the world. 16-year-olds in school, somebody teaching something that is going to refer to as schools have lockdown. Schools going to talk about predators. You know what I mean? They're going to speak of these things. Share rating? Really? Yep, it's always someplace geared for kids. Always. I'll never forget, I went to Indiana Beach, and it was my first time going. We stayed literally on the pier, you know what I mean? And you could look out my hotel room, and I'm looking at the biggest little, because they don't have no real big roller coasters there, not. But the biggest roller coaster they got, I'm literally staying at the hotel right outside the room. The first day I'm staying at the hotel, because the first day they messed up my room. I had booked a room for 3 days. Somehow my room was booked for the first day. I lost it. Like, hey, I didn't come down here. You know what I'm saying? Drive all the way down here, and gas was cheaper, but it was up at the time. And I said, no, I didn't drive all the way down here. Y'all don't even have my room. And I'm like, it's not gonna take a crappy room. So the first day they put me in this like VI presidential suite at Indiana Beach, and it puts you right, literally like the slide that people slide down is right outside the window of my room. You know, for the water slide, this little water slide they got for their water park part. But anyway, so when we stand there, the first night I'm there, because like I said, I'm over here in these like VIP rooms. It's only like 3 of them. It's got 3 stairs, 2 stairs, and then one got a solo stair that you go up. That first night when I'm in there, right downstairs, at the bottom of my stairs is the game room. And my kids at the time were, because my guy brought his son. His son was 14 because he's getting ready to go to high school. He was like 13 going on 14. My son was 12. My daughter was 10. No, they were like 11, 10. And my youngest son was like 7 at the time. So they kept saying, oh, can we just go downstairs and play the game? Because after we had went out during the day. Because when we got there, we had that whole confusion. We were supposed to do water. We ended up going to the little beach they had. They called it the parent beach because it was just some water there. And then they had a bar. And you could sit there and watch your kids and they could play. So we had went over there. They was playing. And then they was doing stuff that was around it. Like I said, they're a little older. So we did that when we first came. But there was a guy who had a room up there next to me. And this girl, and they came out and they had like the towel on and they swim stuff. I didn't think nothing of it. I thought it was a father and a daughter. Didn't think nothing of it at first. But then when we were at the bar, they were sitting on the little sand part together. And I thought, where's the mother? You know what I mean? Not to say a father can't be with his daughter, because I don't want men to think, don't be with your daughter because people going to think something going on. No, that's not what I'm saying. But I just kept thinking, like, where's mom? Or whatever. But it was that night when the kids went down to play. We told them they could stay down for an hour. Just being me, since it was right downstairs, I wanted to go make sure they did not leave from there. I didn't want them going to explore Indiana Beach. I wanted them only in that game room. And so I went downstairs to see if they were there. When I went down, the guy and the girl were coming down the stairs in front of me, but he had his arms like around her waist like a couple. And it hit me, they were a couple. But when I tell y'all this girl didn't look over 13,
Like this was and I like in my heart, and I remember I kept telling my guy, like, I know that's a little girl. And he said, Danny, you can't be walking up on people and telling them. He's like, because maybe she just look young. I said, nah. And if she did, like he really, if still would tell me, because that's what I told him. I said, even if this was a grown woman, the fact she looked so young meant that's what he was looking for. He was looking for a woman who looked like a child, and that already for me bothers me. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, because tomorrow's your big day. Have so much fun there. I'm gonna text you tomorrow because I really want to know how that went. Yes, yes, yes. Have fun. I know he's gonna enjoy that. Love you, sis. Have a good night. But yeah, and I remember thinking that like, y'all, something not right. Hmm. I love Mare, and I really love Mare and her grandson's relationship. And even when I think about, like, when I think about all the grandmothers and their relationships that I've seen in my life or come across my path, like those are one of the relationships that all those relationships that I see like that, I think that's what I want with my grandchildren. I want a relationship with them. I want to not miss things. I want to, just want to, I just want them to know no matter what, they know how much I love them. Like that ain't the question ever. No matter what life has or what happens, what they never question is the love. That's what I want. That's all I need to know. Hmm. But yes, y'all. All right, so I done came on here and I've been on here almost 2 hours running my mouth, but I have surely enjoyed y'all. I literally, I don't know, tonight I want to call it a night. Nothing went like I planned on it going today, but it was also a rainy day, so I'm accounting to that and just go for the next day, you know what I mean? But the rainy days always, they kind of have me like, oh, I'm in. It's kind of blah. And then we really felt like fall today. Like it really felt like October. Not September, October. So yes. So yes, everybody have a good one. Do not forget, you know what? Like I said this week, we are keeping each other lifted. We all are standing in need of something. We all are standing in need of something. So keep each other lifted in your prayers and love to each other. This week, Susan's husband starts his chemo. We sending nothing but love and strength and energy to you both. Don't forget, Tina came up in here today and she dropped us some emojis and because we were missing you too, sis. But we know we got to be on each other just for the better. Like just like you gonna be on me about my eyes, I'm gonna be on you because we only want the best for each other. So definitely keep her lifted. Keep my John lifted in your prayers. He got teenagers, and we all know what that's like. Oh, honey. And if you ain't got no teenagers, which you won once before, you already know what it's like. Keep them lifted in your prayers. Keep Mama Ann lifted in your prayers. We only want her to get better and better. That's what we want for each of us: speedy recovery. We want healing angels to protect us, all that good stuff. Keep us all in your prayers. Keep my Dana in her prayers. Keep her lifted. They just moved, so she just had to move. So that's always a good thing. But who is tired, especially when you got to keep going on with life? So keep her lifted in your prayers. Keep each other lifted. We all going through something. Keep my sister Apple lifted. She always sending encouragement and love, and her love is true and real. It really is. She is a great person. She is. So keep her love, because one thing when you out there giving out all that love, you got to let your love tank get filled back up too. And I had to learn that. I used to give out love and not allow mine to get filled back up, and then was wondering why I was always half empty. So don't forget to send love to each other. Do not forget to do that. Doom, it was good seeing you. I ain't seen you in a while up in these chats, so it was good seeing you. Thanks for stopping by. Like I said, and to everybody, Angie girl, like I said, Auntie, I see me and you think a lot alike. Cause I tell you, I was like that. I was like that. But yes, thank you for coming in. Send love to Angie to everybody, even the ones you didn't see come in tonight. Send some love to them. You never know what somebody going through. They might have needed a little love. what the world need is love. So shit, that we could send it, send it. If we could laugh, we can joke about all this stuff, and we can talk about it, discuss it. But at the end of the night, when it comes to these people we come in contact with, send some love to each other. Send some love to my ambulance. That's my girl. That is my birthday twin. Because she held my nephew's birthday and the day before my birthday. So that's my birthday twin. Send love to everybody. You never know. And you look, you can't have enough love. So I don't want to hear what they got love. I don't need to send it. Send it to my sister Heidi, everybody. And I ain't worried about the ones that's going to send some fake ones. I know the ones sending some real love. I know the ones that's really prayer warriors. They really going to do it. So, yeah. So, send it to each other. Send it to my bossy today. Key was live. I went ahead and posted. I didn't even realize we went live at the exact same time. But that's my sister. So, I'm going to have to go back and watch that. Because my Key ain't been going live as much. So, I love when I catch her. I'm mad I missed it live. But, yeah, send love to each other. Send prayers out for bossy. Everybody send love to each other. That's what it's about. That's the part of the crown. That's one of our jewels, is that no matter what life gave us, we still got that love part in our heart. And we will give out from that love tank. So I love you guys. Crowns everywhere. That's royal behavior. I love you guys. And I will see you tomorrow. Unless somehow late tonight, I'm up tomorrow. I'll see you guys tomorrow. But if I'm up, you know I'll be here. See ya. Love you. Bye-bye. Oh, he's gonna be my he's such a. I did not call him. Come on, come tell everybody God bless you and good night. Come on, bub. God bless you. No, but I don't want to lick face. Oh God, Jesus, I love him so much. Get on out of here. He's like a mixture of Garfield, Odie, Cujo, and some other good dogs. Beethoven, and all of them. And Bingo, he just all of them, y'all. I love y'all. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. See ya. What the world